All right, everybody, it's been a while, but it's the World Matchplay Darts Championship, and what's going to get me more excited than a World Matchplay Championship, one of the best tournaments that you'll have on the calendar. You've got the top 16 players in the world and the top 16 best performers over the calendar year, participating in this tournament. So what I'm going to do, I've got all the stats. I'm going to give you my predictions for everything in the first round. I'm traveling today, so I don't know if I'll be able to see all of the games. I'll eventually get a hold of them, but so I'm going to go right to Monday afternoon. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully catch the Sunday afternoon session. But there's some great games in here. It's, I think there's some definite value in terms of betting as well. And I'm taking a look at the stats, and again, I've calculated all the stats. There's some pretty interesting ones here. I'm going to go through them. There's some people in this tournament that I can't figure out how they got in the tournament. And there's some people that are in great form that are not in the tournament. Jean Van Veen. And there's a couple people here that are, the underdogs, even though they got better stats. So let's go through this. First game up is Joe Cullen and Mike DeDecker. Now, I just told you about the stats. There's nothing to choose between these two. Very similar stats throughout the year. I'm going to base it on a couple things. Mike DeDecker, fantastic 180 hitter. Joe Cullen, fantastic 180 hitter. The problem with Mike DeDecker is a lot of 59s, a lot of 58s, a lot of 57s in his game, where Joe Cullen seems to hit that extra triple when required. Now, we've both seen Joe Cullen play amazing on the stage, and we've seen him play garbage on the stage. Mike DeDecker, there's not a lot of on-stage I believe this is first World Match Play, and I've seen him play very bad on the stage. I have not seen him play good on the stage. So that's why I'm going to take Cullen in this one. I'm going to take Cullen 10-8. Next game up, boy, is a doozy. This is a semifinal matchup, which was a crazy one. Daryl Gurney, Rob Cross, where Gurney had a huge lead and Cross came back. Both, excellent years. If you take a look at the stats, obviously Cross on the amount of money won, way better. But Gurney's stats are very good. He's a very good scorer. But if you get into the doubles, there's definitely Rob Cross has the edge there. Form, Cross has played good. He's won a couple tournaments. Gurney, there's just something about the match play stage. There's something, it's in the back of my head. Gurney Wright, about 2019, I think, was probably one of the best games in a quarterfinal I've ever seen. And Wright played amazing, 108 average, and loses to Daryl Gurney. I think Daryl Gurney's this is his kick in the butt. I don't know why I'm doing this. Everything in my brain says Rob Cross, Rob Cross, Rob Cross. By the way, this will not be one I bet on. But I'm going to take Gurney in a bit of an upset here, and I'm going to take it in extra legs, 11-9, Gurney over Cross. Next game up, I think, is your, Price Bunting. Let's face facts, Bunting can score. Bunting's going to score with Price. What Bunting can't do, and if you take a look at the stats, you're looking at, Price being third in doubles overall, third scoring. Bunting's 10th scoring, but he's not there on the doubles. If Price hits double top, it's over. He tends to do it. I know he says he's been frustrated, but he's the better player. I think Price wins this one pretty handily, 10-4. Next game up, geez, what kind of game do we have in the first round where you have Gary Anderson, Dave Chisnell? This is ridiculous. I would love to watch a Gary Anderson, Dave Chisnell over best of 31 legs, not best of 21 or best of 19. Such a shame. Such a shame. I believe if you had maybe Anderson play Anderson play Cross and Gurney play Chisnell, we would have got this in the second round. But take a look at the stats. Gary Anderson, number one 140 plus hitter. Number one. Chisnell, number 26. Chisnell's doubles surprised me. Even Gary Anderson's doubles surprised me. He's 10th in doubles. He's got Chisnell on the doubles too. Now, Chisnell's had the better year just because of the European tours and the amount of wins he has. This is all about the first 5 legs to me. The first 5 legs. Gary Anderson gets a lead, it is over. Chisnell ain't coming back on Anderson. If Chisnell gets the lead, he takes it. None of them strike me as very good comeback players. Now, have I seen Chisno play fantastic on the stage? Yes. Have I seen Gary Anderson play fantastic on the stage? Yes, 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 yes. Have I seen them play horrible on the stage? Yes. Have I seen Anderson play horrible on the stage? Yes. I don't even know what to do with this one. I'm going to lean to my Scottish roots, and I'm going to go Gary Anderson to take this one 10-7. I think it'll be a great match. It has the possibility of being a fantastic match. Then we get into the Sunday afternoon session. Now the Sunday afternoon session typically has your, or for us in Canada, Sunday morning session. I'll be up early to watch some of it, so it's actually pretty convenient for me. But this is when you have your not so great matchups, although I think there's still some fantastic matchups in here. First one up, Danny Noppert, Martin Schindler. Look at the stats, even Stevens. Not much to choose between them. You know, Schindler's just a little bit better scorer. Noppert's a better doubler. But I'm going to go to my stage presence here. Noppert's won a UK Open. Schindler folds like a cheap 10 on the stage. Consistently. The minute Schindler plays a good player, he folds. He's had opportunities to take out Van Gerwen, Price, and fold. Cheap 10. So I see the cheap 10 coming out. I see Schindler getting a lead and Noppert pegging him back. I see a 10-6 victory for Danny Noppert. Next one up, let's face facts. I'm going to do some whole bunch of videos that are coming up in the next couple of weeks. I got a couple, I'm on vacation for a bit, so starting Friday next week, which leads into the final of the match play, so very, very good. I hate watching Kim Huybrechts play darts. I absolutely detest it. I think, you know, I'm going to rate my top 5 worst dart players. I'm already giving you my number 1 in this video. Any tournament is better when Kim Huybrechts is not in it. He had his little tiff with Dimitri Vandenberg that I detest. Kim Huybrechts, detest watching him play darts. He might be a nice guy after dart, it doesn't seem like it. I detest watching him play. Dirk Van Dijvenbode, love watching him play. So I might be giving you my top 5 players, the current players that I like watching play. There's going to be more testosterone on this stage than you can believe. There's going to be a lot of I just think Dirk Van Dijvenbode is going to have a lot more of the R's. If you take a look at the stats, it's not even close. Dirk Van Dijvenbode, number 1 180 hitter on the tour per leg. Doubles, fantastic. Huybrechts, 40th and 47th versus 9th and 140s overall. Dirk Van Dijvenbode and 10th in doubles. It should be a rout. If it's not a rout, there's going to be a pissed off person. And anyone that's seen Kim Huybrechts' record on in the World Match Play, I believe he has 1 win total. Well, he's going to be at 1 win afterwards, and thank God. 10-4, Dirk Van Dijvenbode. Next game up, Damon Hedda, Josh Rock. Look at the stats. 17th scoring, 29th doubles for Hedda. 14th scoring, 16th doubles for Rock. It favors Rock. I'm just going to let everyone know Rock's a young kid. He's going to be fantastic. I don't doubt that. But I've watched Rock play. Consistency is where he lacks. Hedda's throw is smooth. Now, has Hedda folded on a stage? Absolutely. But he's usually folded because he's playing Joe Cullen. Joe Cullen had his number all last year. Right now, Damon Hedda is the plus 130 underdog in this match. That makes no sense. There's no sense in this. Hedda's won tournaments this year. What's Rock won? Just give me one tournament that Josh Rock has won this year. Just one. Give it to me, please. Anyone? I'm waiting. Has he gone deep in tournaments? Absolutely. Is he a great player? Yeah. I just like Damon Hedda in this one. I think Damon Hedda's now gone to this European tour, relaxed, come out, have a nice fun time out there. Could I see Josh Rock winning this game? Absolutely. This game's to me, it's a pick'em. But I'm going to take Damon Hedda just on basic, last little bit of form. Damon Hedda's come on big time with the doubles, and I'm going to take Hedda to win this one 10-7. Next game up, James Wade, Chris Dobie. Oh, I can tell you why this one's a Sunday afternoon one. James Wade, Chris Dobie. That don't sound exciting to me. That's like someone saying, hey, what do you got for dinner? Oh, I made some macaroni and cheese. Oh, great. Both good players, don't get me wrong, both good players. I think Chris Dobie is one of the most overrated players that I've shared this before. He's an overrated player. He won a Masters and he goes to the Premier League. I don't care. He's overrated. He's not as good. He's won one tournament. After the Masters, what's he done? Let me know. How's he doing in the European tournaments? Right now, Chris Dobie's overall record for the year is 42-36. His leg record is 387 to 369. He's just over 500. That's a Premier League player. Okay. Let me take a look at Wade. No, Wade wasn't in it, but Wade's 63% winning percentage, 55% on the leg percentages. Wade is fantastic on doubles. He's terrible at scoring. Dobie's good at scoring and not great on doubles. I'm going to take the double player every time. I think Dobie outscore him, but Dobie's got the 59 in the game. He's got tons of 59s, 58s. If you take a look at the 100 plus percentage, Wade's got him. Wade's got him by a lot. So I'm going to take James Wade. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm taking James Wade to win this one 10-8, and then you'll have an interview over afterwards telling me how garbage it is and how he hates playing darts and how life sucks. And yeah, great. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that interview. Next game up, we're going into Sunday night session, which is a great session, by the way. Other than you put MVG against Dolan, that's kind of crappy. But the first one up, Aspinall against Ratowski. Again, I'm looking at the stats. Aspinall, 53rd in doubles, 10th in scoring. You're not going to believe these stats. Ratowski, 57th in doubles, 111 in scoring. When I say scoring, 140 pluses. I'm really sick and tired of the Aspinall's, this gritty comeback player, because he never comes back. He gets there, but he never wins. He goes down in the Grand Prix, comes back, doesn't win. Goes down 6 legs, comes back, doesn't win. Yeah, he makes the game close. He just forgets to win. I just think he's got a better game than Ratowski. I don't see Aspinall going very far in this tournament, but I see him getting past Ratowski. I see him winning 10-6. Next game up, Luke Humphries, Josie D'Souza. Okay, we'll take a look at this. 26 in doubles, 8 in scoring for Humphries. 68 in doubles and 19th in scoring for D'Souza. So you got Humphries scoring, Josie D'Souza scoring, getting to the doubles, Josie D'Souza miscounting, Humphries not miscounting. Humphries got too big of a game for this. I didn't like the fact that, I didn't like his last Players' Championship, I'll be honest. I didn't like it at all. Even though he won one, he didn't play very well. I watched a couple of the games. But Humphries got too much for Josie D'Souza for me, so 10-5. MVG, Brandon Dolan. Yeah, what do you say? MVG 20th in doubles, 39th in scoring. Brandon Dolan 19th in doubles, 95 in scoring. MVG's just going to score the crap out of him. And it's going to be a 10-3 victory for Michael Van Gerwen over Brandon Dolan. In the next game up, Michael Smith, Steve Beaton. Changed his darts. Who cares? This is the biggest discrepancy in scoring in doubles that you're going to see. I was actually shocked to see that Michael Smith is 33rd in doubles. Now, when I say 33rd in doubles, that's all players that have played darts this year. So there's a couple of people that have got like, one guy has a 67% or 100% record of doubles because he went 1 for 1. So I'm looking at it overall. If you actually look at just the tour card holders, Michael Smith's in the top 30 for sure in doubles, which I wouldn't suspect that, but you certainly suspect him to be 11th in scoring. And you look at Beaton, who is 65th on doubles and 120th in scoring, which when I say scoring, 140 pluses. It's not a game for me. 10-4, Michael Smith over Steve Beaton. The Monday session, first game up, Dimitri Vandenberg, Ross Smith. You would ask me this question 3 weeks ago, I'd have told you Ross Smith's winning this one. I look at the stats, and I'm going to tell you Ross Smith's winning this one. So you got Dimitri Vandenberg, 58th on doubles, 34th scoring against 28th. What an improvement by Ross Smith. Ross Smith was one of the worst double hitters at the beginning of last year. He's now 28th, and he's 15th on scoring. Great 180 hitter. You're going to see a lot of 180s in this game. I just think Dimitri Vandenberg on stage, match play, when has he played bad? He's got a quarterfinal, semifinal, final, and a win in the last ones. What's Ross Smith done? He won a European Championship. What's he done on the match play? I don't know. I like Dimitri Vandenberg to win this one, 10-7. Next game up, Ryan Searle, Raymond Van Barneveld. Ring the Barney alarm. Barney on me, Barney on me. This one is too tight to call. This is crazy stats. You got Ryan Searle, 42 and 42. 42 on doubles, 42 on scoring against Raymond Van Barneveld, 37 in doubles, 35th on scoring. I don't know what to do. I'm going to go on basic form in the last couple of games. That's what I'm going to do. Ryan Searle in the last tournament got to a semifinal. Should have lost to Kevin Burness. Kevin Burness missed 4-match starts against him. But Raymond Van Barneveld went out first round in the Players' Championship 15 and 16th. It didn't look good doing it. I'm going to go on that form, especially when you got these numbers. What do? Throw a quarter up in the air and hope? I'll just take the last 2 games that they played, or the last 2 tournaments that they played. Ryan Searle to win this one 10-8. Next game up, holy moly, what do you do with this one? Peter Wright against Andrew Gilding. What grip will Peter Wright have? What dart will Peter Wright have? Will Peter Wright bring 7 darts on the stage? 5 darts? 4 darts? You know, what's really hurt Peter Wright this year, I mean, you look at the stats, it's kind of crazy, actually. His scoring is not that bad. But what happens is he hits a lot of 140s. He is 13th overall in plus 140 scores per leg. But he has a 40, a 26, a 21. He leads the PDC in scores less than 50. It's ridiculous per leg. It's ridiculous. When you change your darts, there's no consistency on this. The last time we would have saw him play was what? The World Cup? Had a 90 average. Didn't look good. And granted, it's doubles. What do you expect? I'm assuming he's stayed home and thrown, and maybe tomorrow he'll figure out what darts he's going to throw and what grip he's going to use. I heard something. I was in U.S. Darts. I went to the U.S. Darts Masters, and he had this grip that I've never seen him have before. How do you change your grip? That's ridiculous. I tried that. I said, okay, I'm going to throw some darts and change my grip. What? Like, complete change of the grip? There's no confidence with Peter Wright. None. Andrew Gilding's going to walk on the stage and not care who is there, who he's playing. He's going to do the exact same thing. He's going to throw a mid-90s average. He's going to, well, his stats this year are very good. Gilding is 17th on doubles, 57 on scoring. So you've got better double percentage on Gilding, although Peter Wright should outscore him on the 140 pluses. But again, it's the 21s and 22s that go in. Then you look, it's Peter Wright. 2 years ago, Peter Wright dominated this tournament. Dominated. No one touched him. I think in the first round, he took out Danny Knopper 10-2. And that was his worst average. It was like 98. Then he 109'd his way all the way to the rest of the tournament. Dominant performances. This year, he's won a tournament. It's unbelievable. He's won a tournament. He's won a European tournament. With playing pretty good in that tournament, and then the next tournament being god-awful. It's the doubles that get affected by these. You can see it very clearly on his stats. Now, typically, Peter Wright is one of your top 140 pluses. Him and Johnny Clayton usually dominate the 140 pluses. He's still up there. But his consistency is definitely down. And when you change your grip and you change your darts, how does your consistency not go down? Gilding's going to be consistent. Now, I'm going to remember something from last year. This is what I pulled in my head. Gilding had a huge lead on Michael Smith and choked. He did. Watch the game. Michael Smith came back and beat him. He shouldn't have beat him. Gilding had him dead to rights. But he let him back in. I have a feeling this is the way this game's going to go. Peter Wright will bring out a set of darts. He'll go down 4-1 after the first break. Change the darts, just like he did against Stephen Bunting in the UK Open, and just come back. I see this going multiple legs. I'm going to take Peter Wright 12-10. Why? I have no idea. I'm not none. If Gilding wins this, here's what I'm going to do on my bet. I'm going to sit there, and I'm going to watch the first dart and the grip. If he's changed his grip, if Peter Wright's going to a new grip, Bet 365 is getting a huge Gilding bet. So keep an eye on him first when he's practicing, when he's throwing, and what his grip is. Make your bet after that. Next game up, Johnny Clayton, Gabriel Clemens. I think this is a walk in the park for Johnny. I know he doesn't have a great record on the Blackpool stage, but you're looking at 2 for, he's the second best doubles hitter, and he's 20th in scoring against 80th in doubles, Gabriel Clemens, 38 in scoring. Clayton has Clemens' number. I don't think this is going to be a contest. I see Johnny Clayton making a big run. It's a great quarter for him. He's got in the quarter, he's got Wright, Searle, Dimitri Vandenberg are your seeds. Ross Smith, Raymond Van Barneveld, Gilding, Clemens. I do not see how Johnny Clayton doesn't get to the semifinal. In the semifinal, maybe he gets Van Gerwen or Humphreys. I see a big run for Johnny Clayton in this tournament. We're going to start off with a 10-6 victory for him over Gabriel Clemens. Now I'm going to get into my bet. I really like my bet. I really do. I went through all the games. I took 4 games. I took Dirk Van Duijvenbode over Kim Huybrechts. I took Nathan Aspinall over Christoph Rutowski. I took Luke Humphreys over Jose de Souza. And I took Johnny Clayton to beat Gabriel Clemens. With those odds, I get 2.9 times my money. You put $100 on it, you get 390 back. How do I not like that? Tell me which one of those one's going to lose. You know what? Probably Huybrechts will take out Dimitri or Dirk Van Duijvenbode, and I'll be sitting here going, there'll be some swearing coming out of here. Anyways, I hope everyone enjoys the World Match Play. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to do a whole bunch of video on stats. Some of the stats are going to just knock you out. John Van Veen, holy moly, the stats are crazy. But we're going to go back through and, I'm going to give you my top 5 players, current players that I like watching, top 5 I hate watching. I already gave you one. I'm going to do a video on who has no chance of getting a tour card, who's close. There's some big names that might lose their tour card this year. And then I'm going to go into, some of the development challenge, some of the non-tour card holders that are doing really, really well. So hope everyone enjoys. I'll be back online. I guess it would be Monday night or Tuesday morning to give the predictions for round 2. All right. Cheers, everyone.